So when JaKayla's parents invited her over to the house, or rather her dad invited her over to their house, they did not mention that James was there. It was very unexpected. So James is here at JaKayla's parents' house. JaKayla's mom, Jamie, had invited James over to come eat with them since, she kind of wanted to, just surprise JaKayla or whatever. And yeah, it's a good thing that, James is here, but at the same time, Jamie has no idea what JaKayla is going through right now. So even though mom tried to do, like a nice gesture by inviting over her boyfriend to come eat with them, it's putting JaKayla in a very uncomfortable spot right now because she feels terrible. She feels very guilty right now, and so she's trying her best to kind of just play it off when James is so happy to see her right now because he's like, hey babe, I've been trying, you've been hard to keep up with here lately, you've been really busy. And of course JaKayla is just going to blame it on being at work and working so hard or whatever. But anyways, so Anika's here also, and we're just going to make some dinner or whatnot. I was trying to get mom to make us some dinner because she's awesome. But anyway, so yeah, JaKayla is just trying to play it smooth and stuff like that. And James is like, Miss Jefferson, thank you so much for inviting me over to come eat with you guys. I really appreciate it. And Jamie's like, no problem, James. You're always welcome here. We love you like family. And yeah, so that kind of makes JaKayla feel like, oh my gosh, like her parents love James to death, and so it just kind of makes her feel like, oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? You know how when your parents just really, really love the person that you're with, and you don't know if you guys are going to be together for a long time, and you would hate to kind of just make your parents feel, I don't know, uneasy too, because what if your parents decide to continue to stay in communication with your ex? Like, I know I've experienced that too, like with one of my exes in real life. I'm really good friends with one of my ex's parents, and they love me like family. So our brother is over here, and we haven't seen our brother in quite some time either, and we really need to catch up with our family. And Jamie is sitting here telling us, hey JaKayla, whenever you get a time, I really need to talk to you alone. So Jamie wants to talk to her daughter about everything that's been going on with her father and the things that's been going on with her brother. And I love how the relationship between JaKayla and Camron are like, they are really good. They are really I don't know what I'm trying to say here. They just love each other. Like, they have a lot in common as far as siblings go. Where did everybody go? Where did James go? Where is everybody? Okay, so I'm not really sure where James and Anika went. It looks like they left a little early, but that's totally fine. That'll just allow us a little bit more time with our parents, and to kind of have some time to talk to them. Looks like Zanarius is looking really, really well. He was able to go to rehab or whatnot, and so Jamie is just going to catch JaKayla up on everything that's been going on. So let's kind of talk to her. So Jamie is telling JaKayla that her father, Zanarius, has been going through a little bit of a difficult time, and she just needs her to know that everything at home is going to be just fine. Everything is going to be working out just okay. She's going to let JaKayla know that, hey, we run into a little bit of a financial trouble, so we won't be able to help you as much anymore on your student loans and with your bills and stuff like that. And JaKayla's like, okay, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I've been doing pretty well at my job right now and making pretty decent monies, and yeah, everything's fine. So yeah, I totally understand. I don't expect you guys to support me all the way. I'm getting older. Like, I got this. Y'all have taught me how to be a responsible adult, so I'm good. I thank y'all for what you have done. I do appreciate y'all. And Jamie's like, thank you so much for understanding, JaKayla. We love you, but if there's anything that you need, we're always going to be here, regardless. Since her parents are in this like financial financial strain right now, what JaKayla is going to do is she is actually going to give some money to her parents, just as a thank you, and because her parents have always been there for her and done for her. So she's gonna send some money to her parents. And let's see here, what amount are we going to send? Now, since we ain't got that much money, we're just going to send $500 to our parents right now. And let's see here, we're going to send it to our lovely mother, if we can find her. Let's see, where is she at? Okay, there, our mother. So yeah, transfer money now. All right, so we sent $500 to our mom, Jamie. And so, hopefully that'll help with maybe the water bill or, the electric bill or something like that. And so now Jamie is telling JaKayla, she was like, you know what? Since you've been gone, let me tell you about your brother. And she's like, what did my brother do? Well, your brother, his hot tail, he done threw a whole party here at our house. And JaKayla's like, what? Are you serious? Camron threw a party here? Like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And she's like, no, that's not cool. Not cool at all. Scenarius is going to finish telling the story. She's like, yeah, well, your brother had some girl in the bed. Well, the girl Kyra in the bed. So JaKayla is like so surprised right now. She's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that Camron would do that. That's really not like him. And so Scenarius is like, you know what, I think you need to talk to your brother, because your brother is making some very irresponsible decisions here lately. So he definitely needs your guidance. So if you could take out the time tonight to go and talk to your brother before you leave, because first of all, he does not need to be a teen dad right now, and we don't know if he used protection. He won't really talk to us, and now he's kind of being very distant ever since the whole shindig. We've been pretty hard on him lately. He kind of trashed our house and everything. We've been very hard on him. And she's like, you know what, Dad, I'm definitely going to sit down and talk with my brother. And Scenarius is also reminding JaKayla that the twins over here, Brandon and Brittany, they will be having a birthday really soon, and actually we're gonna have that birthday party tomorrow. It looks like our brother has fallen asleep up here, but we're gonna go upstairs and we're actually going to go and talk to our big brother, Camron. I mean, not our big brother, but our little brother, Camron. Let's wake up Camron. He's probably going to be really pissed that we were waking him up. But yeah, and look at his room, you guys. Like, we're going to encourage him to, clean his room up, because he's just got mess everywhere. He is definitely a typical teen right now. Oh my gosh, this picture over here is so cute over here. Camron is a really handsome fella, though. I can't even lie. He looks just like his dad, Scenarius. That's crazy. So JaKayla's like, hey, come sit down, Camron. I need to talk to you. He's like, it's late. I'm trying to go to sleep. What do you want, JaKayla? What do you want? And JaKayla's just like, yo, just sit down. Just sit down so I can talk to you. So JaKayla is sitting here. She's talking to her brother, and she's like, hey, I've been a teenager before. I know how it feels to feel like, you're just cramped up in this house, and I know that I know how it feels whenever, it seems like your parents don't just understand. It's tough out there, especially high school. Like, kids can be terrible, and peer pressure is a mug, but you need to learn how to be responsible. You can't just go out here making rash decisions, and especially making it to whereas, your parents don't trust you. Like, mom and dad are always going to be there to support you. If they can't trust you, then they're not going to be as willing to give you the things that you want. But anyway, she's like, I need to ask you something a little bit more serious, because mom and dad told me that you had some girl up here in the room, and apparently you guys might have been doing some things that you haven't been doing. And so we're going to give him a little bit more advice. Okay, so Camron tried to leave on us, so we had to switch seats because JaKayla definitely wants to have this conversation with her little brother before she leaves out of here. Yeah, so anyways, so JaKayla is actually going to tell the story of the time that whenever she was off to university, and she had Marcel in her dorm room, and the same day that she had Marcel in her dorm room, and she had you know, she had her first time with Marcel. Her parents had actually came through the dorm, so she's just trying to break the ice with Camron to let her know. And you know, we're gonna share some secrets with our brother and let him know, hey, it's okay to talk to me about whatever you're going through, whatever you did. And also, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask him. Let's ask Camron if he had woohoo. And if he says yes, we're gonna ask him also, if you had woohoo, did you have protected woohoo? And if you didn't, do you want kids? Because that's what's gonna happen if you don't use protection. Like, look. And then we're going to also talk to him about going to university whenever he gets older, when he graduates, because that's going to be the first step to him really, you know, just getting out on his own and becoming an adult and ultimately making money. Because if you're out here willy-nilly doing unprotected woohoo, then you might as well get ready to have a kid and get yourself a job and move out, because that's what's going to happen if you are doing what you want to do and throwing these parties and having alcoholic beverages here at the house for underage kids. Like, you know. And we're also going to reiterate to him that you can go to jail for that type of stuff, for selling alcohol to underage kids. Like, this is a serious game. And so, yeah. And so JaKayla's like, look, I just need you to take care of home, because you got two other siblings that look up to you, like Brittany and Brandon. They're looking up to you. They're looking at everything that you do. So whenever you make a bad decision, that's basically telling them that, hey, this is okay when it's not. Okay, I never led you wrong, Camron, did I? And he's like, no, you didn't. But Camron is just, you know, he has his own mind. At the end of the day, he's gonna do the things that he wants to do, and of course he wants to fit in and stuff like that, but at the same time he's gonna take his big sister's advice. So it's almost 3 a.m. and she's been talking all night to her brother, but I think it's time for them to go. So I'm gonna have her to head on home, and before we head on home, actually, let's shoot a text message to James and let him know that, hey, thank you for coming to visit me and my parents today. Didn't know you were going to be here, but thanks for coming, and hopefully we can spend some time together later on. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap up this particular episode, and we'll see you guys next time, and actually tomorrow, when the twins grow up and have their own little birthday party. So yeah, until next time, bye.